Are you good? Yeah, because see what just happened is I just came out here. My name is Auzzie Vincent. I'm Vincent Alberts from the Midwest. All right, I guess you call this part two, but really let's wrap it up. And it's that I probably spent about 30 minutes on that phone right there making a video that I've kind of neglected for a while because of not wanting to go law. I'm kind of being forced to do that right now. I got in a situation to where I have to deal with that. I do, especially because the direction that they're wanting to take with it. You know, when you want to start adding medical to what is something that everybody gets to walk in and deal with in this way, but because of who you are, then we say, no, you have to go this. Okay. You know, that's where they're at. Well, that's going to be done with my attorney and my doctor. And it's time for that. I agree that it is time if you knew the last 2.5 years and all the videos, because if you listen to every single time, over and over and over, I never swayed one bit from the very beginning. The whole process of what happens with law and autism, and I just experienced it. And I mean, it was verbatim. Like, it's in a handbook at the municipalities, and this is exactly how we do it. And that is over and over and over across the United States of America. There's no one exempt. No one gets to say, no, we're not like that. There's no one exempt. Because it starts leading by example, and that's the director of the FBI, which is Ray, which comes down from everybody that's on top of him, but still, he's the lead of all the law, is Ray. And then it goes down from there, okay? All the way down. Lead by example, and that everybody learns autism and learns the human being. Because what you're doing when you go up to Johnny at the park and he's playing down on the ground over there, but somebody over here calls and said he's weird, okay, because that's the call you get, so they show up out here just to check you out, you're making that little child, or you're making that Aussie who that Aussie is. When you walk up in military tactics with military gear on and we're in autism, when we come back, we believe that we're supposed to be military because that's what you're turning us into. You have to understand that about autism. Why? Do your own research and show up in a flower shirt and whatever, and like it's just the park, and watch that Aussie get up and want to slobber all over you. You're creating your Frankenstein, and then you're beating it, and then you're killing it, or you're medicating it, because you all just simply can't handle what we are, what we can do, and what we are. You cannot accept it. You have to put it towards something tangible. Medicate and monitor. You know, we believe in the science of it. And autism is not the science of it. It simply is not. There are ways to control it and bring it down, but you don't have to have medication to do that. I can show you a Mach 5, and in 30 seconds I can go down and just be you for the rest of the day. That's the power that I have. It hurts, but it's the power that I have. And it can be taught. You guys don't want it to be taught. You want everybody to believe that it has to be medicated, and you're destroying children by doing so. See, to Governor Ron, all respect. I feel you from the inside. All respect to the Governor Ron D., Florida. No matter even if he's wrong, he's still going to stand up and say this is what he believes in and this is what he is. If he makes a mistake, we want our politicians to make mistakes, but not hide them. Hey, we learned this from our mistake. Now we get better. That's what we need our politicians to do. I believe in Governor Ron. I do. I'm not going to go politics. I believe in my governor, and I have ever since I got to know him a couple years ago. I believe in Governor Ron. All right? And I also know he's pushing forwards for some things that are very, very important for us to get taken care of right now. Not that it's wishy-washy as we go through now and then all of a sudden there's election, or because of this or because of war or something, that everything changes on social media. No, whatever's going to be taught to the children as well as every human being that's in America, at least, because I guess if you want to block other countries in social media and what's coming in, yeah, see, how are you going to deal with that? How are you going to tell somebody that's in Japan how they have to be on social media if they're going to talk to somebody here in America? You guys are going way deep. You want me to take care of it for you? It's about the hate. Facial recognition, Mark Zuckerberg. Listen, if everybody was talking nice about everybody wish you would show their face and wish you'd say something nice about them. It's about the hate and the message that's coming along with your putting my picture within this message. Then what? Butt recognition? Well, drop your britches, Jenny. No, that's not your butt. That's somebody else's butt. You know, ink, this, that, on and on. If you want to get rid of catfishing and all the fraud, do not allow a human being, at least in America, to get on social media without voice, I live in America, and facial recognition, or they can't turn their social media on. So if that person is 65 and he's talking to a 9-year-old girl, that 9-year-old girl knows what he looks like and who it is. There. I'm sorry. That's where I had to go with you. Facial recognition and voice recognition, statement, all that. And then just the hate. And why is the hate there? The hate is there because the media is making money off it, because you guys get home at night and that's all you have is a drug, and you want to turn on what's going to give you that inside. Well, I am that. I know what that is. But I'm the other. I'm the good part of it, not the bad. And you're going home and you're getting it like a drug. Well, if you get the ratings and the views from the people because of what you're playing, now you get the advertising dollars. And that's the big boys too. That's Amazon. It's everybody. It's everybody. It's Chevy. It's everybody. Because you got the views, and the views that you're getting is because of negative and hate in the mass media, not just social media, mass media. That's what gets the attention. And so the advertising dollars pay for it. It's not going to stop until the advertising dollars pulls away from the negative hate. I don't care how many viewers you got, I'm not going to go with you because of what it is. Then the programming is going to change to being positive. And the belief of faith and joy and love and happiness, as compared to, I'm addicted to the hate and the anger. Now, about autism and where I'm at right now, I wanted to bring you guys out here and show you what, well, this is the reason I'm down here, is because I need to go cut it probably about, I've always said it's 2 weeks, but I'm getting better and better as I go. I know what would happen within from a Monday to a Sunday if I had the right equipment. And I don't have to act like I'm holding the phone right now, but I'm able to go be that guy right there. Without my cart and my buggy and everything, you know, small little place here on Duval, what I can give for 1 week. Now, I can assure you this too, because if I'm going law, then you're going to lose what this is. And that's what they wish. They wish I would lose it. They wish I didn't have that power and it would go away. So that's great. Let's send them towards law, because he's not that guy that can talk to children where they love so much and they understand him. Let's take that away from him. Let's make him go law. Well, I'll go law. Okay, I'll go law. It's not what I wish to do. And I've said it from the beginning. And if I did, why wouldn't I be out in L.A. taxing Gavin Newsom, how I feel about him, and LAPD, and what the prosecutor did to me? Oh, come on, that's disbarred. We all know it. And sheriff and the LA, come on, everything about it. You know, especially if I got a 12-people jury, because LA loves me. I'm LA. They tried to turn LA against me and they couldn't. They busted it. They couldn't. They love me too much. Rudy, I just keep getting back up. Man, we beat the shit out of that boy, and he always just keeps standing back up. That's my autism. Do you understand me? That is my autism that does that. It is the free will of life that gives me that. Kill me. You've silenced me. You've made it to where I have not family. I have 5 children and 9 grandchildren, and the FBI took them from me. The last person that I met on Duval Street, they picked him up on a 14-day and took him away immediately because of what I talk about, and nobody else can know it. I can't make friends in America. You won't let me have my way out because I've walked the Rainbow Bridge to Canada and you drug me back. You won't give me a passport. Do we need to use the word human rights abuse with hate crimes attached of an autistic mental retard in America in 2021? It is genocide of a species here in America. Go back to your bedroom, boy. We got boys to get you back there, or we'll beat you, or we'll kill you, or we're going to make you feel weird. We're going to get a girl to run up to you and say some weird shit about this. Why don't you just go home? That's where we're at right now, because no one will lead by example. Your Honor, lead by example. Counselor, lead by example. Director Ray, lead by example. Pharmaceutical companies, doctors, I've told you, the part of your policy that the underwriters got where you are pushing drugs on minors, mind, mood, psychological, emotional, they're going to drop that part of your policy. Well, now the pharmaceutical companies themselves are going to have to underwrite you. And there's going to be so many lawsuits coming. It is going to, and I mean the pharmaceutical companies have all the money. It's going to compromise their future. It'll compromise their future of being bought out. That's how much money's coming. Well, that's a class action suit that has to be done, and it still is the same position of compromising their future of not being bought out. That's how significant it is. Why? Because they have to insure the drug pushers that are outside the playgrounds pushing the cocaine. And that's the doctors that are pushing it to the minors. You're going to lose your underwriter. okay? And the pharmaceutical companies are going to have to underwrite you, and it's going to take them, if they do that, it'll take them. Okay? What? Doctor, you lose the Jag, all right? You lose the boat. You lose the condo on the other side of town from your wife with your little that you're diddling. You lose all that. You lose your respect. You lose your license. Every human being has the right to choose after all the knowledge and even knowing what it feels like. We're not going to keep going, but if you want to go ahead and take it, you know, and this, that, it takes a little while to get in there, and this and that, what it makes you feel like and how that works for you. All. That's why with autism, that's why we have law that says our handicap gives us a federal autistic interpreter that protects our autism, even to be spoken to. I mean that. Even to be spoken to. That is what our handicap gets us. I went to Mrs. Gomez at the division. Social Security. I just need this much help just to get, my boss died, 20 years I was there. I just need this much help to get past this point, and here I go, I can take off. I'm saying the same thing down here to military. I just need this much help, and they don't want to give me that help because they don't want me to be able to go forwards and show people that I can as an autistic. They don't want that to be shown. They want to give me money and call me all the names, bipolar and you're crazy and this and that and everything that they want to put on there for medical reasons and tangible and all. That's what, every time the doctor says it to you all out there, it's because they don't like to put the word autism on it because of what it stands for. They want to say something more tangible and call that human being's body that, not the autism. They want me silenced, people. And if so this didn't get dropped, this little nothing, I mean, it's nothing, and it didn't get dropped, well, that means Monroe County wants to go forwards with it. Well, that means Governor Ron wants to. That's how I have to look at it. And that's a very positive way for me to look at it, that I'm doing something positive for Governor Ron because he's fighting the same issues right now. Why? Take a look what he gets with me to use me to go forwards, and I'm in his state. He knows what happened to me the last 2.5 years. I'm in the person that you take forwards as far as the medical part of it. I'm the person that you take forwards as far as the law part of it. I'm the person that you take care of. I'm the person that you take forwards as far as the Constitution of it. I'm the person that you take forwards to the media and the speaking aspect of feeling and emotion to thought. I am it. I'm the whole 9 yards. And I've just been in the mix. And everybody knows it. Well, that means you want to start it up here in Monroe County. And I want to go cut video, which I got to tell you, even with it, I'm going to direct my attorney. I have to go get an attorney now. I have to go to Miami-Dade County and I have to get an attorney to represent me. And that attorney's going to get my doctor. I'm going to have my own doctor. I mean, because it's going to be my doctor forever and nothing, I mean, okay, court, but still going to be my doctor. My attorney's going to get my doctor. Like Michael Jackson, my doctor. I get a doctor, all right? I have a doctor. I have to go get an attorney now. Why? Because I countered. I don't want to go law, and I've told you guys over and over I don't. Why? The money I make on my commercials and everything that I do, it's so ridiculous in money, I don't need to go sue anybody. This is not about suing anybody. So don't you let people make you believe that that's what it's about. If so, how come I haven't had no teeth in my mouth for 1.5 years after I paid $27,000 to put them in? LAPD knocked them out, and I still don't have teeth in my mouth, and 8 of them are broke. Pain right up to the tooth. All the lawsuits that I could have across the United States of America, and I don't. Why? It's more important to me to give all of Vincent Alberts and the human being body that is, while I'm here and I'm in bad shape, and no one will help me. No one. If anything, I go to the hospital and they try to give me the bug and they try to put me down. They're not going to help me one bit. Law, not one bit. Anything to do with politics, not one bit. Why? High majority. And that it's that way, and we're going to keep it that way. Pharmaceutical companies, everything. This is just all great big, because it'll head all the way to the Supreme Court. It don't matter how this case would come out. It'll get appealed. I don't care. This is enough. This is a stupid little 0.6. It doesn't matter how it comes out. If I go get law, it's because Governor Ron needs me to appeal it. Do you understand? He's telling me. Governor Ron is saying, use this little nothing, because if it's nothing, it is getting put on you that they're going to end up, I've said this they're going to end up putting you through medical and you have to go see doctors. No, you don't. Americans don't have to do this to go to court for this nub. And I had a hall pass to smoke that stuff anywhere, and I can go buy it right now on Duval Street. This is your chance to try to see if you can't put that through. And you already know where law stands on it. You know where law stands on it. So if you're forcing this forward, then that be. And I'm not. Why? Because if someone would just help me, I want to get a really small place, something that, a back porch. I'm not going to be in there that much. It's a little bit of clothes. It's a place to take a shower and keep myself clean, because I like to be clean for people, okay? And I need to work my autism in Duval and all the people because of the revolving door. They're here for 2 days and they're gone. They're here for 2 days and they're gone. They're here for 2 days and they're gone, and that's exactly what I need. They love talking to me. These people around like to talk to me. They like to hear about the island and this and that, and they love talking to me. I bring joy. But when they leave me, they felt me inside, and it's joyful. It's not head thought. Okay? I know what I want to go do. And I know that out of all the practice and everything that is, I want to cut the master roles. And I want them to be put into whatever, if that's a box DVD set, or if it's on a zip drive, just like Joel has the little morning box. Joel, sends the morning box to you for inspiration. Well, it's the message. It's me and absolution getting you out of what's in me and done in HD and the way it's supposed to be recorded. I'm on a level of me being a documentary. I'm not talking about, Oprah's whips rolling out with 10 million in each truck. I'm just talking about because of what the keys does. Because this green bench, hey, Littles, and if you're talking to here, well, then that person over there is hearing it. For real. Hey, can you hear me over there? Can you hear me now? Hey, can you hear me now? You know I'm right, doctors. But you just can't stand that what you are is being challenged or compromised. A teacher on the train. I'm going to leave it at this. Governor Ron, it's me. You need to use me. But I got to have some place to stay, man. My body's hurting so bad, and they won't let me smoke no marijuana. And I don't want to take the opiates, so I have to go through this kind of pain. But I can't get dentist. If I try to get medical, they just want to put me down. Well, come on, human rights abuse, people, with hate crimes attached. Because of your words, first you called us retardation and put us over with retardation. We're faster than you are, not slower. Retardation is something that's slower. And I love retardation. They give me joy. That's slower. We're faster. It's calling a fat guy tiny. Well, there's a backlash. Okay, let's put them over with mental. It's got to have something to do with their mind. Did you all in the roll that's on that phone and then this one here this morning, do you hear that there's something wrong with my mind? As a matter of fact, I don't have to go see a doctor. That's what my lawyer's going to say. He's going to say, here's your tapes. You're not going to interview him behind a desk because I know what happens to autism. If you're going to do this, you're going to go out to that park and you're going to get the real with him. That's what I've been trying to get through to you. Either autistic interpreters in the courtroom, or you're going to take video deposition like this right here. I give you these last 2 tapes. Okay, now Ozzie, you get elevated and then you hang up and you want to make another one. No, I want these 2 to be what they are right here for the purpose that they are. More than anything, I believe Governor Ron. And I'll make sure that the Attorney General of Missouri gets it because he's got an autistic child. I like teaching him. I can speak to his boy. I can speak to him real well and tell the dad so much that he doesn't know. I can do that with children. I'm doing it in grocery stores right now. We're looking at the same thing and we're going over the same thing and we're talking about the same thing and we're not speaking to each other. And the mother and the daughter's right over there and here's me and that 9-year-old boy right there. We already know. We already feel it. We know. I'm already there. I'm way beyond. And instead of using me and getting the information out of me the way it needs to be, not medicated, in a facility, it's how I know I can give it to you, and that's down here in the Keys doing what I'm doing right now. Look at that big-ass silver boat. For real. I mean, that looked like a cocaine runner right there, right? You might as well just call it Kilo. Come on, man. Take a ride my boat. Oh, what'd you name it? Kilo. Why? Because that's what's in it. I love you all right? I love you. I want to teach the littles. I don't want to go law. And this has a lot to do with a lot of politics. I got Mayor Terry up in it. I got Mayor Heather up in it. I got KPD, Captain's Captain up in it. All right? I got prosecutor up in it. I got judge up in it that says don't ever walk into the courthouse again. I just had that down here, and I've also had it in Jackson County, Missouri, that I can never walk into a courtroom again. I cannot get law in America. Well, if I can't get law, then you don't get medical out of me. You understand? Or you're talking about writing it off the autistic community that you have the power to do that? That you believe you have the power to do that? Hell, if they could test us, we would be aborted. If they could test us like retardation and this and that, we would be aborted. Free will, people. You were alive when you left your paw. And it's your free will that's kept you alive today. And we just went through a bug and a lot of free wills didn't kick in. And they are the dearly departed. Free will. You have to understand the power of free will. And the Constitution in America. Because every single thing that I am is everything that's going to be issued right now. I can already tell you, you know it too. We're going to be dealing with law and social media. We're going to be dealing with an abusive amount of power controlling with the government to be able to shut America off. We will protect our children never to be done again. Are we going to vote if we are at war with another country and distraught as we were during a pandemic? Or do we hold on elections? Those things are very, very important to make that mark. That's what we do for bigs. We don't selfish ourselves. We've already lived the life. I tell you all, and you might not like it, you diddled the cheerleader under the bleachers at the football game. You know the excitement, sweat, your hands are shaking. Oh my God. Those littles, they haven't done that yet. They haven't. They haven't even had the chance to. So for you bigs to be making the rules, you better be making them as a little and for the littles. And the rules need to be made right now, and they need to be passed through the Congress, Senate, and they need to be passed through the Supreme Court. Same thing, what you're dealing with BLM, Black Lives Matters. Just like me, if we can just shut him up, if we can just hide him, and what? It's just a continuation of you not changing what you know is wrong. All you know is wrong. All the judges will say, oh my God, I know Auzzie Day's coming. I just hope that I'm not sitting when it comes. All the judges would say that in privacy right now. I just hope I'm not there. Well, it's Auzzie Day. Why? Because Monroe County's making it be Auzzie Day. And this is big. It's not just a little nug. This is not just this case. This is everything. It's everything that is right now, and I'm just the perfect mascot for it because of what I did for the last 2.5 years. I was banished. Hell, they blamed the White House on me. The hillbillies holding up in the White House, feet up on the desk, they blamed that shit on me. I was in Alabama because of the power of my voice. And what I say is not, oh, let's go back to yeah. So, Vincent, ooh, I don't do that. That means I'm super powerful today. What is it? It would have gave it to me as soon as I shut the phone off because in absolution I know everything that I talk about. What is it that all priests want to do more than anything? Well, that's to touch the littles. And then I would say, yeah, I meant that. You ever try to get it into a 35-year-old, that's drug addicted, abused, this, that, or domestic, everything, and everything that comes along the way? It's almost impossible. Very, very hard to do if you can, and it's never in a full effect. It's only some. No, we want to touch them when they're little. We want to get that belief and faith and everything into them when they're 5 so they can live the life in between then. With that, we want to touch them when they're little. I meant what I said. What is it all priests want to do more than anything? It's to touch the littles. Now, how did the 12 jurors take what Vincent said? How did you take it, prosecutor? How did you take it, doctor? Do you understand what I mean? Everything can be said in different ways. We speak out of our feeling and emotion. Those 2 boys are walking behind the girl. There's a pretty butt. She's only about 16, though. She's a really pretty butt. They're going like buddies, kind of mid, whatever. All right? And hooting and hollering a little bit. Well, one starts to grab his junk, and he's a little bit too far. And a guy elbows him in the chest. That's enough. Man, she's like 16. That's enough. You understand where I'm at with them 2 buddies? Man, that's enough. She's only like 16. Okay? I didn't say it wasn't enough, and I didn't say it's too much. I said, now that's enough. Do you understand how everything can be taken in different ways? And it's very, very important to understand you're dealing with an autistic soul. It's going to get taken in this way because there's going to be an autistic interpreter changing it from what it's coming out as and making sure all that understands fully what that is trying to convey. Autistic interpreter at a federal level. That's what you guys are doing with this law. Or you give me a place on Duval and let me go where I go. I probably won't even come back. But you'll get in the can. And law, Governor Ron, he will protect that DVD box set that a company will copy. All are not requested to, or do they have to view and hear it. But even littles that are not born of this day have the right
to accept the information. I'm Auzzie Vincent, y'all. I did the best I could, okay? It's for the littles. I gotta go law. None can compete. There's no lawyer on earth that can compete with me. You guys are just too slow. None can compete. I'll put you all down. We'll go to the Supreme Court. No matter what happens with this nug, it's going to get appealed, and I don't want to do that to Monroe County. But it's going to get appealed. I don't care if they discontinue it. I mean, if I have to go law, I have to go law. So no matter what it comes out of, I want it to go farther. And I don't want to do that. I want to go get the quality video camera, and I want to do what I need to do. But you know what will help me on purpose? And every one of you, every single one of you, even though you will never, ever, ever speak of it, you're all responsible because you would not stand up and lead by example. I love my 5 children. I love my grandchildren, 9 of them. I love you all. This is Auzzie Vincent. I got Hillbilly and JC with me. We out, y'all.